Your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
AM 1220 KHTS, hometownstation.com. It is currently 4:34. Jason Endicott with you until 7 o'clock this evening. Joining me in studio, we have another round of KHTS supporters and our advertisers. We like to recognize them and thank them for being with us and being in the community, especially when somebody has been around since 1978, as our guests in the studio have been now. They're from CBC Cleaning and Restoration. And why don't we just go ahead and have you guys introduce yourselves. Over on the right here, we'll start with the ladies first.
I'm Debbie Glasnow.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
We also have Gordon in the studio with us. Gordon?
Hi, I'm Gordon Glasnow.
Gordon, how are you?
Good.
Debbie, how are you?
Good, thanks.
We are here talking about CBC. So for somebody who has not heard of you guys before, obviously it's right in the title, of the business, CBC Cleaning and Restoration. Talk to me about what you guys do and what you've done since 1978.
Gordon originally started the company, and it was originally a carpet cleaning company, and he developed through the years to become carpet cleaning, disaster, emergency, and restoration services. His specialty is flooring. We're a general contractor. We do all types of flooring repairs, as well as floor-to-ceiling emergency and restoration services for water, fire, and mold.
Well, she pretty much nailed it right on the head. I don't know what you can add to that, Gordon. What can you add to that?
We originally started out, and people still call us up after 30-plus years and say, is this Carpet Beauty Care? That was the original name, and that's hence the name CBC. We did a lot more than just carpet cleaning, so that's why we decided to stick with at least CBC to give some kind of a semblance of where we started. So over the past, it's almost 35 years now, right? You've expanded the services that you've offered, and you've gotten into, you talk about recovery or repair from disasters. What sort of things have you seen that you've helped people out with? Well, we get called every day on some sort of a need, a disaster, or even not so much a disaster, just it could be something as simple as their cat got locked in a bedroom and scratched its way out through the carpeting, so seam repairs. And we also, of course, the emergency, they come home, the water heater is leaked through the wall or into the house, and they're flooded, the toilets overflowed when they come home from work. Their lights are having water run down in the downstairs, and we'll get calls out to start doing some mitigation services and get them extracted and furniture's protected and getting it on the road to recovery, at least drying initially. This is, when something like this happens, I imagine in somebody's house, it's got to be stressful for whoever's experiencing that, right? And it's nice to have just one point of contact to be able to do that kind of repair, that kind of restoration, and know that it is going to be taken care of. I would imagine, is that what you've seen in the past? Yeah, and it's difficult enough with anybody that's lived through a construction project, a reconstruction, remodel, to go through the inconvenience of different contractors or different things trying to get your services and materials all together, same times, and trades. When you don't expect it to happen, it becomes a very, very troublesome thing, and it becomes a lot of drama, a lot of emotions get involved in it. So with understanding with our employees and so forth, they're really open-minded to whatever they can to help, and realizing we didn't cause the problem. They're really not expressing their grief and anger with you. They're just, the circumstances can become a little sometimes heated. We're in studio right now with CBC Carpet and Restoration, Debbie and Gordon Glasnow. They own the business, have since 1978. It's grown and it's expanded. The website, if you want to find out more while we're talking, cbcfirst.com. Obviously, don't go there when you're driving in your car right now, right? But when you get home, cbcfirst.com, nice and easy to remember. I was checking out your website, which is great, cbcfirst.com. Now, there's a whole section about the different organizations that you guys belong to, and I won't get into the kind of the specifics about which ones, but there's a bunch of different institutes, restorations, or organizations, associations. Why? I look at this and I see that you guys are involved in all these different organizations related to your business, and so that kind of gives me a little bit more peace of mind that you guys really kind of know what you're doing and you're a member of these organizations. Why is that important for you to show that on the website and have that listed?
We take a lot of pride in educating our staff. They're all certified through IICRC in water damage, carpet upholstery as well as hard surface cleaning. They have mold remediation certifications. We do in-services. In order for us to deliver the best quality service available in the industry, we have to be state-of-the-art and constantly learning. And so that's what we promote within our company, and all of our lead techs have no less than 3 certifications.
We have a kind of a dynamic industry that's constantly changing. There's always new, not only technology, but also standards that are set that we are trained by. There's not only training for psychrometrics, but also the downstream, how you should proceed and what would be considered prudent to the particular situation, and being able to follow strict guidelines that can end up, if it ever did go to legal, whether it could be construction defect or whatever, our ability to follow those guidelines are imperative, and the different associations have done this extensive research and have these published documents that are used in throughout the industry, throughout the world, and also legally.
I was checking out the website as well, and you've got some tips for people, for homeowners, if they experience something like water flooding in their house, or if they come across mold, if they've been exposed to mold in their house, things like that. And one of the tips that I think is most important is that you guys actually recommend that people kind of get more than one estimate. Find out exactly who is bidding, find out more about those businesses, make sure that they actually come out and see what they're dealing with, rather than just kind of tell you over the phone. Why is that important?
Well, in an emergency situation, your number one concern is getting it dealt with. You want it worked as quickly as you can. I know in a situation where you're dealing with a fire, for example, a lot of different companies that we've dealt with in the past, when we show up to a fire that we've been called by the homeowner or whatever, a lot of companies throughout the valley in LA will monitor the fire station's two-way radios, and they will show up, and it is unbelievable the amount of people that will show up there promising the world, from public adjusters to actual emergency service companies, restoration. And it is an extremely unfortunate situation that we have a lot of people in the industry that are, quote, if you will, ambulance chasers.
Yeah, I remember after the Northridge earthquake, my family's home. They didn't suffer any extensive damage, but some of the block walls went down and some other things in and around the house. And people would there were people dropping stuff off. It seemed like a couple times a day for a while there after the earthquake. And some of them you don't know how unscrupulous these people are. You want to kind of deal with somebody that's trusted. I think that's kind of what you're speaking to, right?
And checking out, are they a licensed contractor through the California State License Board? Do they have certifications that show that they have liability insurance, workers' comp? I mean, those are things you don't think about initially. Some people may, especially in this economy, just think price.
Right.
But when it comes down to if there's an issue or a problem or someone injured, anything like that, you want coverage in your home. That's very important. And is the company does the company have a reputation that you can ask other references? Those types of things are very important, especially when someone's in your home, changing the structure of your home, whether it's a remodel or it's a reconstruction because of a disaster. You want to make sure you have a professional.
Well, we recognize that need, and that's why we're proud to endorse you guys, and we appreciate you coming in. CBC Cleaning and Restoration. The website is cbcfirst.com. They will help you with cleaning, repair, disaster response. The phone number 294-2221. If you want to call them, ask questions, 294-2221. Somebody will be able to help you out, and they'll come out and tell you what they can do for you. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. Gordon and Debbie.
Thanks for having us.
CBC Cleaning and Restoration, cbcfirst.com. Thank you guys. We'll talk to you again real soon.